Hey mates, and welcome to more MtMtEs. I'm your host Blind Prime, and for today we're going to be talking about the G.I. Joe classified series Night Viper. This was a birthday present given to me by one of my subscribers. Uh, they thought it was a perfect kind of thing to give me for my birthday, and I really appreciate them for it because I did not have the Night Viper, nor did I even know the Night Viper had come out. I've been kind of busy and I hadn't kept up with the news. And the Night Viper is he's just a really cool feeling action figure. So today we're going to go in depth with him from the blind perspective about this wonderful G.I. Joe Classified Series figure. And if you wouldn't mind, and you would like to help me raise awareness for the blind, then please hit the like button, share, and subscribe. Thank you very much. Thumbs up to you. Now, let's get into conversing about this figure. And I like to discuss the accessories first. So let's go ahead and get those out. So I have him actually holding his gun by the strap, and his gun is behind him, because I thought, isn't it neat to be able to have a figure that does that? So let's take his gun off first. And I want to talk about this gun, because this is something about this figure that makes me very happy. It makes me very happy about the future G.I. Joe Classified series. I have been worried there for a bit, and it's because of little things, like this gun strap here. Now, prior, we would have gotten a gun strap that was hard rubber or something, and we could only put it on in certain ways. Now we get a gun strap that's loose. Look at this thing. It's almost soft goods. It is such a relaxed plastic that this thing can bend and twist. You can even kind of get it almost. Can you almost do a loop? Yeah, you can almost. You can do a little loop with it. You could do a little loop with it. You could do a lot with this strap, and I knocked him over. But you could do a lot with this strap on this gun that normally you can't accomplish with other straps. So this guy, at least the other straps that I have in my G.I. Joe collection, this guy, his gun is good by the strap alone. Then you get to the fact that it's not rubber, it's hard rubber. I mean, not hard rubber. It's plastic. This thing is a solid gun. It's not some weird rubber floppy thing that weighs a ton and causes your figure's arms to fall. This is a good little weapon for the Night Viper. And I really even appreciate its detail. Like, this is some sort of weird, sniper rifle or something like that. It's like a sci-fi sniper rifle feeling thing. Or it's just a sci-fi assault rifle. But down here at the back, we've got the stock for it. And the stock has got this huge hole in it. It's obviously collapsible, but what I think is very interesting is the spring that's right there that you can kind of feel. It's got a bit of a texture to it. I don't know if it's an actual spring or not, but the plastic there is different. And the plastic on this gun is some hard stuff, but when you get to this little part here, it's actually a little rubbery, and that will allow you during posing to move it just a little bit in any direction you need to put it for the figure to look really good in. And I like that. You can even twist it a little bit. It's not much, you don't want to break it, but there is a little give there, and that's not normal, and I really like that. Okay, I don't know who else has this weapon with like this, but those figures are going to be awesome. Oh, he has a great grip at the front, and we get a nice barrel, but no iron sights. But he does have this really cool sci-fi like sight there on the top. It's even got a dial at the top so that he can change it around if he needs to. That's a really fun feeling thing. And I'm assuming this bit on the front of the scope is actually a night vision scope or something. But that's his gun. I like it. It even has a removable ammo pack, but that's something we really like. Though this one, the ammo pack is it likes to fall out. So be aware that ammo pack could give you problems later if you're not careful. Now let's get on to his other accessories. So he comes with a little pistol. And like normal, this pistol is made out of hard plastic. It's a unique one. It's got a fatter end to it, and there's no real textures on the handle or the grip of the gun. It doesn't have those ridges at the top. Instead, it's got a little cut at the top, like this entire front piece moves backwards or something. It's a weird one, but it does have iron sights, and it's a decent little pistol. I think it looks nice. As pistols go, this is a really nice one, and I like that it's asymmetrical. So one side has some ridges on it, and the other side does not. The other side is smooth, and the other side, this side has some ridges at the end. Neat. I've one of the reasons why I really like the G.I. Joe Classified line is for the textures and the attention to sculpted detail that they have. They don't just say everything with paint. Like, well, I don't know, the Marvel Legends group. Sorry, Marvel Legends group, but you say everything with paint, and I need more than just paint. I'm blind. Let's take a look at his backpack, and this backpack's cool because it's got antenna on it, and it tells me, this guy he can communicate from afar. One of these antenna is smooth and very, very, very stabby-like, and the other one has a ridge around it, like it's wrapped in rubber or something. It's a rubber grip, and that one actually can move around. The smooth one can kind of move around, but not really. This one can move around a lot more. The ridgy one can. And the one is on the left-hand, the ridgy one's on the left-hand side, and then the hard plastic one is on the right-hand side. Then we come down here to the backpack area, and it reminds me a little bit of the other other Viper figure backpacks. Like we got the Viper 3-pack. This feels similar to it in the ridges and stuff, but it is different. And but it does call in other backpacks, especially the fact that this one actually has rivets, and rivets are something I appreciate. He's got a rivet there, and a rivet there, and a rivet there, and a rivet there. Like these things hold the lower part of this backpack together, and I'm assuming this backpack is some sort of computer or something like that. And I do wonder if it can open or not, but I don't think it can, though it is rounded at the bottom, so it seems like it could be able to open if you could figure out how to open it. Which would be neat if it could open and reveal like a little computer or something, or if a computer could fold down. I don't know. That would be my only nitpick on the backpack. I think it would be really neat if it could kind of fold open to reveal some stuff. Just a little extra world building there. Now, let's come over here to his other accessories. He comes with a little knife on his knife sheath that's across his chest area, and this is a removable knife sheath, so you can just kind of take this entire harness off if you want to, and it just kind of goes slings over one shoulder and acts similar to a messenger bag. It's really kind of neat there. Now we move down here to there's the missing gun, where we already talked about it. One leg doesn't have a knife, but the other leg does have a leg holster knife, very similar to the Alley Viper, and this guy's legs feel a lot like the Alley Viper's armor. And now that we've talked about his accessories, he also has this little thing that you connect to his helmet that allows him to have a night vision scope. He goes from being regular Viper to Splinter Cell Viper. Yes, everybody loves the Splinter Cell Viper. Now, put your thing on, you silly. Do that. Yeah, there you go. Splinter Cell Viper. Okay. Let's start from the feet up, because I like talking about the feet first whenever it comes to the G.I. Joe Classified figures. And this one actually has some good textures on the bottom of the feet. We got the little holes in the heels so we can connect to platforms, but they do have some ridges on the sides of the boots and decent texturing. Coming up here to his upper legs, his feet can move around. It has the normal G.I. Joe kind of articulation, the backing up on the ratchet, and it can rotate on its own little hinge. The boot itself, or the lower leg, is in like a sci-fi feeling armor. So we've got these rivets going up the side of the outside of the leg, and come up here to the knee pad, and we've got a hard knee pad that's really wide, and it feels a lot like you would think this guy's wearing some sort of power armor until you get up here to his thighs, and you see you've got some upper thigh armor here on the front of him. It's very smooth, but it has some little etchings into it and stuff, and it feels really cool. I'm assuming it's some sort of stealth coating. Like this is a stealth armor, like it can bend light around it or something. Him being a Night Viper and all. I'm just curious about that. So come around here to the back of his thighs, though, and this is where I'm like, this isn't normal armor. This is just armor on top of clothing. So it isn't like something like out of Halo. This is just strapped on body armor. So because these are ridges of pants, like he's got pants on, he's got work pants on underneath this awesome armor, and I really like that attention to detail there. Like I can tell that is cloth of some sort, of like a pant material, and you can even feel the straps where the front of this armor piece is actually strapped around behind him, and that's what those ridges are. It's neat that you can kind of differentiate between those things a little bit. Yeah, it runs right across the back end, and that's neat. That is really cool. That is, you know, other people would just kind of be like, there's the armor piece, but these guys are like, nah, look, there's the strap too that holds the armor on. That's the little extra detail. We come around here to his butt area. Does he have pockets? Sometimes they have sculpted in pockets back here, and this guy does. I like finding the pockets. Is that a pocket? Yeah, that's a pocket there, and that's a pocket there. So he's got two pockets. Sad you can't use them, but still, he's got pockets on his rear. And I really like it that they add the etchings for that. I don't know how many people ever catch that there's pockets back here, but there are. And with this guy, I keep thinking they're not, but there are. There's the etching there on that side, and I can follow the other side with my fingertip. Yeah, there it is, and there it is. And then on this side, there's the inside of the pocket, and there's the inside of the pocket. Yeah, two pockets. Coming around here to the front, we've got he's got his crotch armor. It's a big old triangular armor piece that comes down between his legs and wraps around to his taint. You gotta have that. Over here, there's a belt buckle. That's just this circle thing. And I'm wondering if it's a camera or something, but it feels kind of neat. But it also feels like it may be part of, if he's wearing a light bending suit, then this could be a lens that helps bend the light. Now we move over here to his torso, and by the way, we got to talk about his drop-down hinges, like normal, double knee joints. His kick is sideways at about 90. He kicks up a little over a 90 if you pull that drop-down hinge down, and then his kickback is always around 45. Oh, sorry, allergies are getting me bad. Coming up here to his top area, we've got we've got the strap for the knife, and then underneath it, he's got this really light feeling armor. Like, you would think this guy, because of how his legs are, his upper body armor would be just as sturdy feeling, but this is very light. It feels like it can move around a lot for him. And by the way, articulation up here, he's got a weird... Ooh, what was that? I don't know if that was supposed to happen. Let's not do that again. That's weird. You're supposed to be able to bend this guy forward right there, but what flung off you? Oh, his hat thing. So, my guy's weird. You can't bend him forward, and then when you try to pull him back, he'll launch back. He's got like a little action feature. I think they put a little too much work in that joint there, but then down here at the hip, he does have the ball joint hip, so you could get him forwards and then bend that down a bit, and then launch his head up. Just bend down and then tap it down. Yeah. All right. So that's his core area, and he of course can pull a poltergeist or rotate his core like that. We come around here to his arms, and his arm can move at full 360. He's also got some butterfly for the forward and backwards motion there. He can raise his arm up to 90, and he's got a bicep swivel. And then we come down here, he's got a double elbow, which I always appreciated. We always love double elbows. And then you can rotate his hand around. And the armor on his arm is a little thicker, similar to his legs, but it's still lighter than his legs. It almost feels like his legs kind of, he's wearing boots that belong to somebody else almost. But the texture for this upper area for his arm, he's got something strapped here. Maybe it's a flashlight or something, but there's a pocket that's filled with stuff, possibly orders or a little map or something like that, I assume, because you can't always rely on digital stuff, especially when you're out in the field. That battery could die. So you come around here to his arm, and his hand has the swivel. His arm has got a really neat little piece of armor on here. This is a very ridgy part on his outside of his arm, and I don't know what that's about, but it feels neat, and I bet you it looks cool. We come around here to his other arm. So we were talking about his right arm. Now we're coming around here to his left arm, and his left arm is an exact almost an exact copy of his right, except where his right's got this thing that runs across his bicep and has that pocket stuff I was talking about. His left arm doesn't have that. It's just smooth all the way down. It feels like a skin-tight shirt that he's wearing, where the other side feels like he's wearing a bit of armor on top of it. And yeah, that's he's got a glove, and the glove is similar to the glove that he has on his right hand. They're both same in that one. It's just that these the biceps are different for each side. Coming up here to his head, and he did have his glasses on, and these glasses always are falling off. But the head overall is it's an okay one. We've got his eyes that are in there. We've got this helmet style thing across him, similar to the Vipers, and then he's got a face mask similar to the Cobra Troopers or the Vipers. It feels like he's wearing a motorcycle helmet almost. Like that's kind of the feel I get from this, is a motorcycle helmet, and I don't know how they could have changed that up to make it seem different. But here's his little there you go. Yeah, that's his little Splinter Cell headpiece. Sorry, my throat was getting dry. Been raining a lot here, and it's caused my allergies to go crazy. So we got I call it a Splinter Cell getup because it's this big, long kind of monocle thing that comes down from the center of his visor that pops down over his eyes. It's really weird feeling, but I think it would be amazing for sharpshooters and stuff. So finally, we're going to get to the comparison for this guy, because I know you always enjoy the comparisons. I always enjoy the comparisons. Half the reason of getting G.I. Joes is to get other G.I. Joes to compare your G.I. Joes to. And Gwendolyn here fell. No! That's not Gwendolyn. That was Baroness. Flight suit Baroness. Gwendolyn's over here, and she fell too. No. Who are you? You're not Gwendolyn. Oh, you're... So we'll compare him to the Mole Rat V2. Hey, I always tell my subscribers, if you can find me a Mole Rat V1, I'd be much appreciated, because I really like the idea of that figure. I haven't even ever really touched it, but if it's anything like the Mole Rat 2, it's going to be fun. So their shoulders, Mole Rat 2 is... his shoulders are lower down than the Night Viper. Comparing them face to face, the Night Viper top of his head is taller than the little stumpy thing, the little energon crystal growing out of the top of Mole Rat 2's head. And these guys are really cool together, and I think that they do work in the same universe. I like my Mole Rats. I like my civil engineers, even if they're zombies. And zombie civil engineers complain less, right? Now we got... There goes... Nuts. And then that fell. Where are you supposed to be over here? Are you who I'm looking for? No, you're not who I'm looking for. I'm looking for the bat. Where'd I put my bat? Ah, here he is. So, we have a tradition, G.I. Joe, here on the channel, and what was that? Was your monocle fall again? Yeah, your monocle fell again. That monocle always falls off for my guy. So we have a tradition here at my channel. We compare whatever G.I. Joe classified figure or Marvel Legends figure. If it's 6 inches, it's getting compared to the G.I. Joe classified series BAT, because by this point, there's been so many versions of this figure released, the exact same sculpt with just different paint or different pieces, different accessories. You at home should have one in your collection, at least one of them. And if you don't, what's wrong with you? This is one of the best figures that they made. Get yourself a Cobra BAT. Now let's compare the Cobra BAT to, and this is the Iron Grenadier version. So this is the better one. Mars Industries makes the Cobra BAT, and Mars Industries is owned by the Iron Grenadiers is the mercenary branch that is directly outfitted by Mars Industries and paid for by Mars Industries. So get your toes lined up, you silly people. Come on. There we go. Okay, let's compare their heights. Sorry. So the height of the bat is still taller. The bat is always going to be kind of taller. Look at that. Shoulder-wise, the bat's shoulder is taller also than the Night Viper's. The bat is just kind of a looming figure behind the Night Viper. Even Width-wise, the bat is a bit wider than the Night Viper from shoulder to shoulder. So he's just standing there, being, staring at the back of his head. Anyway, that's the Cobra bat. I think that if you don't have one in your collection, you should totally have one in your collection. And now let's compare him to something else I have over here. I have Baroness. As long as nothing fell off of you. You still got your glasses on, babe? Yeah, you do. Who's a good Baroness? You're a good Baroness. Yes, you are. Alright, let's take her off her little stand so we can compare Baroness. This is Flight Suit Baroness that came with the Cobra Rattler. And we've got the Night Viper here. So, Flight Suit Baroness is, with her heels, she is a little shorter than the Night Viper. Shoulder-wise, let's compare you on this shoulder because, you're holding that gun all badass-like. Comparing their shoulders, the Night Viper's shoulders are a bit taller than Flight Suit Baroness, even with her heels. And these guys, I think, we're pretty alright together. Flight Suit Baroness is just awesome, so let me put her back. Flight Suit Baroness, like I talked about before, her only problem is she has trouble standing, if you're not careful. But I did give her Best Figure of the Year last year because it was straight up like this was the best G.I. Joe classified figure when it came to articulation. Flight Suit Baroness is amazing. I hope all of you enjoy your Flight Suit Baronesses who backed the Rattler, because I enjoy my Flight Suit Baroness. Let's put that one in there, and let's put your little footsie in here. We good? We good? We good. Alright. I also wanted to show off Flight Suit Baroness and her, Oh, that's why your arm was up. You were holding it. Where'd it go? Yeah, that's why you had your arm up. Put it back. You deserve it. You deserve the award for Best Figure of 2025. Yes, you get nuts. No, Flight Suit Baroness. Hold your wrestling ribbon, because you won it. I don't have anything else award-like I can give to my action figures, but I have that belt. And it works out pretty well for the figures. Anyway, so all in all, the Night Viper is an excellent figure, and I do highly recommend picking one up for yourself. It's got a few issues, it's got a few flaws. It definitely feels like it's got quality control issues. But overall, it is a good figure. It's a great addition to the G.I. Joe Classified Series line. I think it works as an army builder. It works as a standalone. It all depends on your collection. You can have one of these just kind of meshed up into your Viper squad as a stealth and sniping support. Kind of treat them like a ghost from StarCraft. That's the impression I get from this guy. He's similar to the Ghost from StarCraft. He can almost become transparent, and he can move around, and he's got an awesome gun. But I bet you he can also hit things with a laser ID for the Rattler to hit later. So that's one of the reasons why I really like to get him, because then I can just kind of set up the elements of him just sort of painting a target for the Rattler to hit, which is a neat idea overall. Anyway, I'll give this figure an A. It's got some issues, but overall, I think it's an amazing addition to the series. But I've blathered on long enough about this amazing G.I. Joe Classified figure. I'll let you go so you can go get one for yourself. Until next Prime, bye-bye for now.